And for more analysis of Macron's interview, France 24's French politics editor, Marc Perelman, joins us in the studio now. Hello, Marc. Great to see you. Okay, so Macron says he wants to focus on domestic and social reforms, but what exactly are his priorities, and how likely is he to be able to get it done?
That's still a question mark after this 3-hour-long show. It was not exactly an interview, but an interaction between him, presenters, different people from all walks of life. Clearly, he spent a lot of time defending what he's been doing since 8 years that he's first been elected, rather than looking ahead and presenting what he intends to do in the remaining 2 years that he has in power. And so this is why people are wondering, why exactly did he do this? Clearly, he wanted to show that he is still in command, not only of foreign affairs, military affairs, which is obviously what the president is essentially doing, but also of domestic issues, that because of his catastrophic decision to call for a snap election that he ended up losing badly a few months ago, he still has some influence on key issues, key everyday issues for the French people, being pensions, purchasing power, energy, the environment, and so on, that he is not disconnected, that he is not a lame duck. And he's doing so also because his prime minister, François Bayrou, is extremely weak in the polls in parliament. The prime minister is trying to survive essentially in parliament. So the president felt that there's an opening for him, not that he disagrees much with the prime minister, but he feels he needs to show that this is not a lame duck president associated with an extremely weak prime minister, and that nothing is going to be achieved. The problem is that he didn't really make any announcement. People were waiting maybe for an announcement on referendum. He banded the idea around, but he didn't say on what, when, and how this would be done. So, obviously he spoke forcefully about Ukraine, about Gaza, about the foreign affairs issues that he's been dealing with essentially. But for the rest, it's extremely fuzzy.
Hard for the French public to buy what he's selling when they're not clear what he's selling exactly. What's the reaction been then to this marathon interview?
Well, much ado about not much, essentially. All the politicians are saying, Emmanuel Macron is essentially talking to himself, that the French are not in listening mode anymore because he has become unpopular. First of all, because he's been 8 years in power, and you look everywhere across the globe, clearly being in power too long makes you unpopular because the economic crisis is there, and also because, first of all, he was re-elected only with a relative majority in 2022. He made things worse by calling for this snap election where he lost any kind of majority. And so the opposition is saying Emmanuel Macron is just trying to survive, trying to tell the French, I'm still there, and trying to intervene in the political life at a time when he has no levers of powers left anymore. The president begs to disagree. He says, I can still call for a referendum. I can still make important decisions. But the opposition is making it sound like it didn't really matter that he spoke for 3 hours yesterday. Things go on. Let's turn to really important decisions that are being taken not by the president, but in parliament.
Well, Marc, thanks so much.